CBS Sports presentation of the Nasdaq.com halftime report is sponsored by Nasdaq.com, the information source for the serious investor.
Hi, everybody. Jim Nance with you on the Nasdaq.com halftime report from our NFL Today studios off Fifth Avenue in New York. And, of course, Mike Ditka, Jerry Glanville with us also today. At halftime of this game you're enjoying, look at it, the Patriots. You love the way they're running the football here, Jerry.
Well, it's unbelievable. They have 101 yards rushing, and the Colts have 29. And what that adds up to, New England's controlling the clock. 23 minutes of the first 30 minutes, the Patriots have the football. Started that rookie Redmond. He's the running back in there instead of Falk.
Looks like a pretty good call right now, doesn't it? Elsewhere around the league, in the NFL today, Tennessee and Baltimore. Ravens still can't get it into the end zone. Tennessee has just scored on a touchdown pass to Thomas, but that gives Fisher's team the lead, but struggles early.
Watch it. Well, not a bad snap. What he did is took his eye off the ball, just causing the punt from deep in their territory. Now here, 4th and 1. And they said that Lewis stuffed him. I'm not sure that's Lewis. I think he came in and he got a ticket to come in afterward. And here they fumble again going in, and which Baltimore fumbled. So they end up with 6-0 lead. Now here we go.
This was just seconds ago.
Look at McNair. This is all McNair. He buys time, gets the ball to the running back Rodney Thomas, and they get a touchdown out of it.
First time in 20 quarters that McNair has thrown a touchdown against the Ravens. Stover scored the last 40 points for Baltimore, but the headline here, Eddie George out with a sprained MCL. So we don't know how long that means he's out, but Rodney Thomas is in, and he just scored a touchdown as we went through the highlights to give the Titans the lead. Buffalo and Minnesota, Bills just completed a 10-minute, 55-second drive, and it ended up only with a field goal as Flutie met Culpepper before the game. The magic one saw a little magical play here on his punt return.
Well, it really is. Of course, watch what happens here. This kicker's as big as anybody in the league. Bang!
Mitch Berger.
Cleans his clock.
Flutie, Coach?
Well, you know, I love the guy. You know, I can't say enough about him. You know, I know everybody says you do this, you do that. You know, you got to keep him in the pocket, make him throw over top. All he does is get the ball to the receiver.
And he got Eric Moulds for that touchdown. That's the only touchdown in the game. Meanwhile, Denver and Cincinnati and the Broncos were out in front 14-3 here. They've beaten the Bengals 8 straight. Bengals, hey, they've been shut out 3 times this year. They're winless. It looked like it was going to be another long day early with Greasy throwing the strike here.
And you got to look at the Bengals for the whole season. The first half of every game, they play pretty good. I don't know whether they can stay in there. Watch this reverse of a reverse. Number 1 draft pick. Oh, go the other way.
Peter Warren.
And who's blocking for him?
Keely Smith.
That's the quarterback back there leading this thing in for a touchdown. The Bengals are after the Broncos.
They're at the 2-minute warning there, and the Broncos lead it by 4. Meanwhile, the undefeated Rams were down 20-0 after the first quarter. In that first quarter, Warner was picked twice, and the Rams had a punt block. And the Chiefs, they found your man, Tony Gonzalez. You called for him in the NFL, but they got a touchdown.
They're going to be man-to-man with this guy. They got to get the football to him. If they get the football to him, he's going to score points. They cannot cover him, and you can make the Rams play man-to-man defense. That's the most important. If you make them play man-to-man, get the ball to your tight end. They got nobody in the secondary or linebackers that can cover the guy.
Meanwhile, the Saints are playing at Atlanta. The Falcons won the last 10 matchups against New Orleans. And the story so far today, Atlanta again. The Saints' lone touchdown, Ricky Williams, but Chandler has thrown for a score in that one. Meanwhile, the 49ers and the Panthers, Jeff Garcia threw his league-leading 21st touchdown in this game. He's thrown 2, 20 and 21, but his first pick was thrown also in 151 attempts. Panthers lead it here as Berline's thrown for a couple of scores. Bears and the Eagles, Philadelphia's in front. McNabb has thrown for a touchdown in this game, Mike. And the Bears, looking at the midway point of the season, if they lose today, 1-7 at the halfway point. I would have never believed that.
Well, it doesn't look good, and the Bears fans have been crying for McNown to get out of there. Now they got him out of there because he hurt his left shoulder. There's no question he probably won't play. They'll go with Miller. And I don't know if that's the answer or not. I know right now, what I said earlier, until they find an identity and establish what they want to do, run the ball, pass the ball, do something, play defense, until they find that, it's going to be tough.
Meanwhile, Arizona looks like a team that has a lot of quit in them. The Cardinals are down 24-0 to the Cowboys. Troy Aikman has completed only 2 passes in this game. 2 of 7 for 24 yards, but Smith, 57 yards and a touchdown. And Chris Warren's given this team a big boost off the bench. Caught a long pass. He's also rushed for 43 yards and a touchdown in that game, Jerry.
This is all about what's going on up front. The Dallas Cowboy line is just whipping Arizona. And what Arizona's done on defense, they've come in with 5 defensive linemen trying to slow down the run. But this is a physical butt kicking. You got to be careful about who quit. I used to get mad when people said that because I'd say, hey, 42 guys didn't quit, and 2 did. You got to be careful with saying who's quitting and who isn't.
All right, so again, that's 24-0 though. Dallas trying to avenge an earlier loss this season to Arizona. A shootout in the desert, 32-31. Arizona won. We'll send you back second half in Indianapolis, where J.R. Redmond scored the game's first touchdown.
CBS Sports presentation of the Nasdaq.com halftime report is sponsored by Nasdaq.com, the information source for the serious investor.